My name is Becky Ward, and I am the nurse manager for the Rehab hospital in Kokomo, Indiana. It's called Community Howard Specialty Hospital. Rehab hospital is a place where people come after they've had an acute illness event, and they come to us to meet their maximum level of independence, be able to go back home again, and that's always our goal. Terri is a patient who came to us this summer. Terri's illness event was profound. She had abscess on her spine.
Personally, I didn't think it was a good prognosis, but I also have been in the medical field for long enough to know that things can happen and awesome, crazy things can happen.
I encountered an infection in my spine, and it threw my spine into a stroke, which paralyzed me from the neck down. I was pretty close to death.
And there's always a chance that that patient's not going to get better, that they're not going to walk again, that they're not going to regain their independence.
It was quite a bit to handle. And then when I got a little better, after they got the infection out and all, and I realized I was paralyzed, it was devastating. My whole life changed.
What is it that you're hoping to accomplish? So we need to pull it together and let's do this thing. And every time she got into a bad place and we were able to pull her back, I saw it as a huge win. We all saw it as a huge win because she could honestly go home, lay in a bed and stay there for the rest of her life. But that's not what we wanted for her, and it's not what she wanted for herself.
And not only physically, but mentally, I was a mess. It could have went a different way. By the grace of God's hand, I ended up here. And I couldn't imagine it any place else.
So we worked a ton on just core strength and, again, sitting balance. But she went from, if she sat up on the edge of the bed, I had to be right there with another therapist or a tech.
I think the next biggest thing for us was when she could help, not even do it herself, but help transfer herself from the chair to the bed and the bed to the chair.
The fact that she's upright is huge. She couldn't even do that on the edge of the bed, let alone standing with a walker.
And I like I said, I don't want to get choked up, but I couldn't have done it without these gals and this team. I just could not have done it.
One of the things I loved most about Terri was her will. She was absolutely bound and determined that she was going to get out of here, that she is going to walk someday, and that she's going to be able to do, even if she's not walking, she's going to do her stuff on her own.
Oh, I love my motorcycle riding. I love playing my guitar. I didn't think I'd ever do those things again. You know, and of course my family's going to make sure I never ride my motorcycle, you know.
So when we get someone like Terri that's just so full of life like that, that even this profound event wasn't going to get her down. She wasn't going to let it. And she's still not going to let it. She's still working hard.
I had my moments where I'd break down, and guess who was there? Lyndsay, holding my hand, giving me hugs.
Despite what we know, there are so many things that say she shouldn't have been able to do that. So it's just an overall good and fun thing to be a part of.
Becky, Amanda, Debbie, they went above and beyond.
She was bound and determined that once she discharged from us, she was coming back here to do her outpatient therapy.
Look, I still want to stay, you know. I want to go home, but this is just such a... I'd be proud to say I worked here. I'm going to make them proud of me, because I'm certainly proud of them. They're my friends. We become like family, and I'll never forget this place. I'll always be a part of this place. I'll always come around. Always be thankful, grateful, and top notch here.